Alright, this is the plane and boat problems. I need you to watch this with sound. So let me get rid of that. Alright, when you're approaching a plane or a boat problem, and they're similar because with planes you're talking about going against the wind, and with boats you're talking about going against water or with the water. So I'm only going through plane problems, but you should be able to apply this to boats, because boats going downstream are going with water, and boats going upstream are going against the water. So read water as wind in this case, and plane as boats, and it works. Alright, let's look through the problem. Flying with the wind, so with the wind, a plane went 183 kilometers per hour, so this is the rate. Flying into the same wind, the plane only went, so this is rate 1, this is rate 2. The plane only went 141 kilometers per hour. So we want to find the speed of the plane, which we'll call P, and the speed of the wind, which we'll call W. Okay, so we're going to split this into two different things. So that rate 1 is with the wind and against the wind. Alright, so we know that with the wind, the rate is 183 kilometers per hour. And if a plane is flying with wind, so here's our little plane. I can't draw, so keep that in mind. Okay, so here's our plane, and the wind is going along with the plane. So the speed of the plane is faster than it would be without wind. So we're going to have the speed of the plane plus the speed of the wind. Against the wind, it's going to be going slower, because now we don't have that wind working with us. We're working against the wind, and so we're going slower. So 141 equals the plane speed minus the wind speed. Alright, now if we're going to solve this, we can use elimination. When you use elimination, these two cancel out. You're going to have 2p equals 183 plus 141. So 183 plus 141 is 324. And you get p equals 162. Whoops. Okay. And so the plane speed is 162 kilometers per hour, which means that if we go back to one of our original equations, 162, so 183 minus 162 gives us our wind speed at 21 kilometers per hour. Alright, now we're going to talk about a problem where you're given distance and time but not rate. So in this case, a plane traveled 580 miles to Ankara and back. That means 500 there, 500 back. The trip there was with the wind. So again, we're going to have with wind and against wind. Okay, we also need to know, and this is a really important equation, that distance equals rate times time. So if it took 5 hours, that's going to be the amount of time. So the distance is 580. The rate, if we're going with the wind, is the speed of the plane plus the speed of the wind times 5. And if we're going against the wind, this distance is 580 again, but it's the speed of the plane minus the speed of the wind, and this time it took 10 hours. Now, to solve this, we need to distribute the 5 and the 10. So we're going to have 580 equals 5p plus 5w, and 580 equals, so that's from here, 10p minus 10w, and then to eliminate we're going to multiply this whole thing by 2. So if we multiply that whole thing by 2, 580 times 2 is 1,160. Then we have 10p minus 10p, and I did that, or sorry, 10p minus 10w. I did that, plus 10w, and I did that so that this would cancel out, and we've got 1160 plus 580 is 1740 equals 20p. So p equals 87, and that's in miles per hour. Okay, and then if we want to find the amount of wind, then we're going to go back into our equation up here, and we're going to put in 87. Okay, let me get rid of some of this so that I can okay, so if we put in 87, we have 580 equals 7 plus w, distribute, so 5 times 87, subtract 485, w equals 95. Oh, sorry, 5w was here, so 5w equals 95, and then divide that by 5, and w equals 19. That makes more sense. 19 miles per hour. Okay, and so our plane speed was 87 miles per hour, and our wind speed was 19 miles per hour.